All right, everyone, for our next activity, we're gonna keep challenging our observational skills. The way this is gonna work is I'm gonna have some cards here. I'm gonna present them to you face down, and you're gonna randomly draw them, but you're not gonna look at what it says on the other side of the card. You're gonna keep that against your chest. Make sure nobody sees it, make sure you don't see it. Billy, would you like to get us started?
Oh, heck yeah, I love cards.
Alrighty, just remember to not look at the card before we get started, okay? Alrighty, now that everybody has their cards, we can go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna count down from 3, and when I get to 0, everyone's gonna look at your cards. You're gonna see that there's a color on the card. And what you need to do is you need to go off in the general area and try to find a color of something in the environment that is close to your card, matches your card exactly, and then in about 2 minutes we're all gonna get back together and we're gonna discuss what we found. Does that sound good? Everybody ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, 0, go. Oh, Billy, can you not go past the end of the trail, please, around that curve? Remember at the beginning we discussed we're all gonna stay where we can see each other.
Let's see here. Brown. Well, these rotting leaves are pretty dang brown. Not really the right kind of color. Oh, look, a slug. That's pretty cool. What did I learn earlier? Oh yeah, that I should make sure they go back to their home when I'm done looking at little critters like that. Huh. This wood is also kind of brown, almost black and crumbly. It's pretty interesting too. I think, what else? I guess parts of this stick are kind of brown. That part's kind of white. Oh, it's interesting how it peels off too. Pretty pokey stick. What else can I find? What else is different than I've already looked at?
Alright, I see everybody's finding some pretty cool stuff from what I can see. So we're gonna give it about 30 more seconds and then we're all gonna talk, okay?
Well, I guess it's getting pretty close to the end. The leaf, the wood, and the stick. Or the bark on the stick, I guess. I guess those are gonna have to do.
Alrighty, everybody, that's all gathered back around. And if there were samples that were already detached from living things, you can feel free to bring those back with you. But remember, anything that's alive and thriving, go ahead and leave that where you found it. Does anyone want to go first?
Oh, me. Here, right here.
I hear you, Billy. But you know, you've gotten to go first a couple times already today. Do you think maybe we could let your brother Bobby go first this time? Would that be okay?
Yeah, I guess that'd be alright.
Well, for mine, I got the color green. Yeah, you know, when I close my eyes, and I think about a forest, I think about the color green. So I'm feeling like probably we were able to find a lot of good stuff around here, right? I mean, I just look around, I see lots of green stuff. Yeah, you know, like lots of trees and plants and stuff. Yeah, exactly, yeah, good. Was there anything in particular that you noticed about the plants and the trees? Yeah, the first plant I noticed was this one, and it's like, I noticed it was like really smooth, and it had some other stuff like turning yellow, like certain leaves were yellow, some were green on the plant. And then I've noticed like some of the plants have like little needles on them, and like these ones with the thorns on them, they have like little ridges on the sides of the leaves. Yeah, that's what I was looking at mostly. Yeah, Bobby, those are really good observations. I really liked how you noticed the shape of the perimeter of the leaf structure. So these ones that you saw over here, this was a plant called osoberry, sometimes called Indian plum. And it's got these curved, kind of smooth edges to it. It's like a classic leaf shape, kind of, right? Those are just called simple leaves. But this other one that you saw back here behind me, that's salmonberry. And you can see that the salmonberry leaves, they are a little bit more jagged on the perimeter. And those are called toothed leaves. So these are just kind of ways that people describe different leaves of different plants so that there's less confusion in identifying them. They can write down what they are if you're looking in a book, that kind of thing. But those are really good observations. All right, follow-up question for the whole group. Does anybody know what it is in plants that makes them green? Maybe you learned this in school, maybe you learned it in school a while ago, maybe you've never learned it at all. But does anybody know? Oh, photosynthesis. Ah, yes, very good, Billy. Photosynthesis, the process by which plants get food. You know, they take carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and they produce oxygen as part of the process of them making sugars for themselves to consume and continue to stay alive. All right, for the group, let's all take a big breath of this glorious oxygen, this photosynthesis, and these green plants are making for us. Big inhale, ready, go. Hold it in, hold it in, hold it in. And big exhale. All right, let's do another one, ready? 3, 2, 1, big inhale. Oh, that's some good oxygen, fresh oxygen from all these green plants. And exhale. That's good stuff. Refreshing, right? Refreshing stuff. All right, Billy, you've been very patient, and I can tell you're ready to go. So why don't you tell us what you found? Well, I got this dirty old brown color. So first I started looking around. I'm like, there's lots of brown stuff. And I see these leaves, and I see the sticks that turned into dirt, and I see the bark on the sticks, and the sticks aren't really brown, but the bark is brown. So yeah, I guess I found like lots of stuff, but it's mostly like dying leaves and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm fascinated by these leaves that you found that were brown. You know, we're just talking about how the green in plants is part of this process of photosynthesis, of them making food for themselves. So a question for other people, for these ones that are brown, do we think that these are photosynthesizing? Do we think that these are still making food for that plant? No way. No way. That's right, y'all. So when a plant stops photosynthesizing on a particular leaf, the compound that makes it green, which is a compound called chlorophyll, is no longer present. When the chlorophyll goes away, you get this reddish, kind of maybe yellowish, brownish color. And this is a different compound. This isn't the chlorophyll that's part of the photosynthesis. This is called anthocyanin. And the anthocyanin is in the plant all the time. It's just that when there's a lot of chlorophyll in the leaves as well, you're only going to get to see the green color. It kind of dominates what color light is being refracted. But once that goes away, then you can actually see the anthocyanin in the plant, which is giving it this color. Some of the really brown leaves that Billy found, you know, those ones have been on the ground for a while. Those ones are starting to decompose. So this is where fungi and other things like that are breaking down the plant parts, and those nutrients are going to go back into the soil and get used by plants again. All right, great, Billy. All right, who wants to go next? All right, everybody. Great job with that activity. I think it was a huge success. I appreciate everybody sharing what they found. We're going to get ready to go to our next activity, walk down the trail a little bit more. Bobby, would you mind collecting the cards from everybody and then returning them to me. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Bobby. All right, folks, we'll keep on moseying down the trail. And remember, if you see anything cool, make sure to point it out. If you see something, say something.